ladies and gentlemen, code breakers around the world. Nice to have you here. My name is Logan. I'm going to be the tour guide for this presentation. We got some sports in the house. Don't really do much of these topics anymore, but this one kind of plopped into my lap, and here we go. So Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowl rings, considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, 7 Super Bowl rings kind of does that for your career. But how did he get here? How did he get to that position? Well, to the right of Brady is the Jets' Mo Lewis, who on September 21st, 2001, took out Drew Bledsoe. And I want to just go to that play. Here it is. This is at Foxborough, Massachusetts. It's in the fourth quarter. There's 5 minutes and some change left on the clock. The Patriots are down 7 points. It's 3rd down and 10, and Bledsoe has the ball. He hikes the ball, and rather than passing, he decides to go towards the sidelines and try to get to that first down marker, and gets hammered by Mo Lewis. And it was a legitimate hit. It wasn't a helmet to helmet hit. It was just a shoulder pad to chest or shoulder pad to shoulder pad hit. But nonetheless, Drew Bledsoe goes down, has a concussion, ends up losing some blood, and goes to the hospital, and the rest is history. And they bring Brady into the game, who takes complete advantage of his position, and I think he has 5 completions for the game. But that's how he got started, and that's what I want to talk about for this presentation. So what I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, is fate. Here on this channel, we're not in the agreement of any of this nonsense. A lot of channels are blaming. It's this organization and it's that organization. They may have a hand in some things, but even these organizations are being controlled by way of fate. And I'm going to support that with a surmounting amount of evidence for this presentation. So let's jump into the astrological map for Tom Brady, born on August 3rd, 1977, 11:48 a.m., San Mateo, California, the Bay Area. And he was born with the 10 of diamonds birth card. It's the card of fortunate blessings. And then right above that is the 10 of Pentacles. These cards, ladies and gentlemen, in the card system are very, very important. 52 cards in a deck, 52 weeks in the year. Here is the birth chart for all of the birthdays. You're going to be in here. August 3rd, just so you know, we're not trying to do sleight of hand. There's no magic going on. I'm not trying to bedazzle you, not trying to get one past you. This is legitimately what Tom Brady's birth card is. He is the 10 of diamonds, the completion of money. To be a superstar. Now, not everybody that's a 10 of diamonds is going to have that luxury, but Tom Brady got that. Here are some of the keywords for the 10 of Pentacles. You can pause this and read about it, but you're going to see in those keywords, they describe the great Tom Brady. But what I wanted to point out in this astrological chart is this pentagram shape for Tom Brady. And there are 5 points here. Obviously, the Sun, Rahu, Mars, the Moon, and Poseidon, all at those points, the 5-pointed star, the pentagram. And if you're a fan of astrology, you know what this means. At the top of the pentagram is the Sun, and that is going to be a big deal, as is the Moon. These are very, very big positions in the world of astrology. And then we have the Moon position here. And I want to talk about this really quickly, because the Moon is the emotions. The Moon card for Tom Brady is the 10 of Hearts, which turns into the 10 of Cups, which is the completion of wish fulfillment, which is exactly what he got or is still going through in his reality. When we go back here and we just simply look at the 5-pointed star and we cover these 5 points, the Sun, we're just going to quickly run these over here. The Sun in Cancer, very compassionate man, very likable man. Yeah, Sun in Cancer. But it's at the top of the pentagram, so it's command and identity. And this is, for him, emotional command. He was a clutch composure kind of person. he had a lot of leadership, and it was protective leadership. You saw him on the sidelines always hyping up his teammates. This is really through emotional mastery. That's what Tom Brady was really good at. Emotional mastery was his dominance through leadership, and that was the sun in this peak point of the pentagram. Right here to the right of the pentagram is Rahu. Rahu being in Virgo. Virgo is precision. So this is relentless refinement for this man. This is obsessive preparation. He was well known for that. This is process perfection. A perfectionist in his delivery, in his game. The total package, Tom Brady. Really, kind of like unceasing improvement is what he was all about. Then you have the Mars over here on the right-hand side, the Mars in Taurus, and this was a drive to succeed through accumulation. When you have a Mars position and a Zeus is there, you have a lot of focus on money, and of course he's a wealthy guy. There's a desire for material security, there's a desire for money, there's an endurance-based ambition here. So his Mars energy, clearly through Taurus, the strength in the sign of Scorpio here. This is the big takeaway for that. So this is really success through persistence, where wealth and longevity and dominance are built and held firmly. That's really what this Mars in Taurus is all about. The Poseidon here in the sign of Scorpio, this is all about strategic secrecy, man. Studying the playbook of other, studying the tapes of the other teams, I should say. This is like psychological dominance, crisis control. This is what Tom Brady was really well known for in his abilities to play the game. And then the moon in Pisces, which is this, we come here, this is this 10 of hearts, the emotional fulfillment, intuitive timing, calm under pressure. That was Tom Brady, really. So the overall astrological chart for Tom Brady. You had the emotional command here in Cancer. You had the refined obsession of playing the game with Rahu and Virgo. You had this drive towards wealth building endurance and being on a team of superstars, a dynasty, if you will. You had the psychological depth of being able to study everything with the Poseidon and Scorpio. And then you had the emotional deliverance for this man, where he had the intuitive flow and wish fulfillment, the completion of the love of the game. That's really what Tom Brady. And the pentagram stands out in here. This is a rarity, man. You don't see this very much in charts. But wait. There's another man that has the 10 of diamonds like Tom Brady. Dr. Phil. You know this man. He was born on September 1st. Just 30 days less than Tom Brady. Same birth card. And what do you see there in the middle of his chart? There's that pentagram. We could go through his entire chart and show you exactly what this means, ladies and gentlemen, but these are huge, huge, huge humdingers for both Dr. Phil and Tom Brady. Dr. Phil's YouTube channel. 6.45 million subscribers. A juggernaut. Love him or hate him, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to the scripted reality. He joined on July 5th, 2007. That is a date. There it is, July 5th, 2007. The 10 of diamonds, his birthday, 10 of diamonds. This man, is he in on the conspiracy? Does he know about the cards? Does he know about the esoteric? Well, you see, we have over 800 videos here on Decode Your Reality. Everybody that we've done has to be in on the big conspiracy. And I'm not buying that. I'm simply not buying that. So here's the card chart definition for the 10 of diamonds. This is Sharon Jeffers' website. Notice it says fortunate blessings. Yeah, well, Dr. Phil definitely got fortunate blessings. Almost 7 million subscribers, having a pentagram in his chart. Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowl rings. Fortunate blessings. This is a rarity in astrology, ladies and gentlemen. This is fate. This has nothing to do with Masonry. This has nothing to do with Jesuits or the Zionists or any funky group that you think is running this reality. No, this is the high table, according to John Wick. The astrological wheel is the boss, not these organizations that people continue to blame. No, not even close. So let's get into how Tom Brady's path got started. Fate. Here's the game. September 21st, 2001 at Foxborough Stadium. Drew Bledsoe starting, gets knocked out. Mo Lewis knocks him out. There's the box score. This is the final score. Jets won the game 10-3. Tom Brady, 5 completions. Can break down all those numbers and have a field day with those. So when we talk about Mo Lewis, he's sometimes referred to as the Patriot hero or the Patriots all-time MVP. If it wasn't for this guy right here, well, we don't know what the fate of Tom Brady would have been, but of course everything is scripted. Not by man, not by woman, but by something outside of this reality that we call life. So Mo Lewis is considered a hero in the New England area because of his hit on Drew Bledsoe, allowing Tom Brady to come into the game and start that dynasty and win 6 Super Bowl rings with the New England Patriots. So here are the 3 men right here. Tom Brady in the center. Mo Lewis, Joe knocking out Drew Bledsoe. And we're going to talk about a scripted reality here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're almost finished with this one. This is what I originally was going to name this. There's the hit, 57, knocking into Drew Bledsoe, number 11. We can look at those numbers like crazy, but let's format those birthdays, these birthdays right here. Let's format that into the cards. 52 cards in a deck, 52 weeks in a year, 4 suits, 4 seasons. Already showed you with Tom Brady and Dr. Phil. But now let's move that into the tarot. These cards, they pair with the tarot and they pair with our birthdays. So let me start, just so we can be very transparent, the birthdays and how old these men were on September 21st, 2001. Mo Lewis, 32. The game was in 2001, September. It puts him in October, 32. Drew Bledsoe, February, already past the February point, September, age 29. Tom Brady, a month before September, so we subtract it from 2000, and we get 23. He was 23 when he came into the game in Foxborough to start his legacy and dynasty with the Patriots moving into Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So here are the layers of evidence. These are the layers of evidence and the system that we use to support, to show that mankind is being used through fate. Now, if you don't know this system, don't just dismiss it. If you've been following along, you'll have fun and you'll appreciate what this is going to show you. Mo Lewis wore the number 57. This is the 57th card in the most popular spread. The 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is sitting in the Master Spirit spread, which is the divine spread, which is the spread that governs all the other spreads. It's sitting right here in this space. I'm going to revert to Drew Bledsoe's chart. He was 29, again, right here. He was 29 during game time. So I'm going to go to Solar Spread 29, and I'm going to locate his card, and there he is. February 14th is the Jack of Diamonds, the Knight of Pentacles, card number 76. But it's sitting in the same exact space as the 7 of Spades in the Master Spirit spread, which governs all of the other solar spreads, and that's card number 57, which matches Mo Lewis's jersey number. Now, what this card means, the 7 of Swords, is stealing, deception, strategy. You notice that this individual's grabbing onto 5 swords and like running away with them. It's a card that can mean deception or strategic deceptions. Now, when you correlate that to the hit on Bledsoe, it was taking Bledsoe out of the game. The reliable one, the superstar, the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl. And sitting in Mo Lewis's chart, he was 32. In that same exact 7 of Spades, which is the 7 of Swords, card 57, same space as Drew Bledsoe's birth card, is the 5 of Swords, which is the card of walking away. You see, when Mo Lewis hit Drew Bledsoe, when he hit him right here, when he took him out, ladies and gentlemen, he literally caused Drew Bledsoe to walk away. He stole his career. He stole his place in football as the starting quarterback because it gave the opportunity of Tom Brady to come in and play the game. Well, we finish. I actually have 2 slides left. We bring in Tom Brady. How does Tom Brady fit into all of this? Well, here's Tom Brady. He was 23, a young 23. He's the 10 of diamonds, fortunate blessings. And to match that in the Master Spirit spread, it's the 6 of hearts, which is the kid, the new child. He was the new kid on the block. He was the rookie. 6th round draft pick, the 199th selection. He was a nobody in the picks. He was the new kid on the block with the fortunate blessings. And notice here in the same exact space for Bledsoe, in his 29 solar spread, yeah, there's the injury, you see, the 4 of swords. Nighty-night, Drew Bledsoe got taken out and he was done. He was out of it. Concussion and had to go to the hospital. And that's exactly what this card represents. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a system, the cards and the tarot, that works if you know how to look at it and you know how to use it. So clearly, Tom Brady was the fortunate blessings card. He was the new kid on the block, and he replaced the injured Drew Bledsoe. Clearly, the cards are the evidence, the forensics to show you that we live in a scripted reality. So the one last slide I'm going to finish up with here is now I'm going to go back to the bottom chart, the bottom piece of the chart. I'm going to go to Bledsoe's birth card. There's the Jack of Diamonds. I'm going to go back to that 7 of Spades, which we know is the theft. Mo Lewis kind of stole Drew Bledsoe's space on the roster. The theft. Why? Because he knocked him out of the game. He knocked him out of the game. No, this wasn't a Mason or Jesuit play, ladies and gentlemen. No, this was fate. And Tom Brady in his solar spread 23, sitting in the same exact space of where Mo Lewis stole Drew Bledsoe's career. And I don't mean steal it, but strategically took it away by making that hit on him. Tom Brady has the 4 of cups, the 4 of hearts, and there's the opportunity. The opportunity now presents itself, and Tom Brady did not hesitate. He came into the game, and he became their starting quarterback, and the rest is history. This was what he was looking for. This was the call from the coach. Are you ready, Tom? Drew's out. We need you in. This was the opportunity. And he took it. And he became arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. How? Why? Well, all these men have a role in it. But this is through fate, ladies and gentlemen. This is through fate. Nothing more, nothing less. Not this. This. Fate.